I know you're quite upset with the latest drop, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as everyone is saying. I'm gonna be flamed here and called a glazer, and maybe I am. I think that this shift in Kanye's career is a great one. It's the boundary pushing production that Donda was edging us into. And I personally think that Bomb was the best track on the...
Buy me those fucking shoes.
I'm gonna talk about Donda to start. Donda was the pivotal time in Ye's career that rotated us in the direction that we're headed now. The visuals and the atmosphere of Donda is the sound of the newer albums. And visuals again also. After Mama Donda died, the whole feel of Kanye and his productions and everything has changed. I think if this is to be like the Dark Ages, will he ever leave the Dark Ages? I don't think so, because he might be a little too far gone. My crazy, bipolar, anti-Semite king. You were the only thing that felt like home. Vultures 2 is copping a lot of slack, and I believe it is unwarranted, as many people are comparing it to his previous work. Like, no shit it isn't the same as his previous work. It's been like, what, a decade? No matter what Kanye released, no one's going to be impressed, because you cannot top what he's already done realistically, and that's the same with a lot of artists. I ultimately think that people will end up liking this album the same as they did with Donda. I saw heaps of people on Twitter today saying, oh, if you don't like Donda, then you aren't really a Kanye fan. What they're saying about Vultures 2 in the next few months, I'm saying now. I'm saying now, gang.
And you know me, I'm the bomb, 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 bomb. I'm the bomb.
Let's get the elephant out of the room. Bomb was not good, yo. Like, hey, maybe you could spin it in a way that, it's pretty good. But how the fuck are you gonna play this song in a car with just, I don't know, I'm not gonna play this song in my car. It just isn't good. From North's like low-key annoying voice to the sound that sounds like a Dragon Ball Z teleport, but I'm pretty sure it's just North screaming. This one definitely was not good, no matter what angle you look at it. Father-daughter song? No, it's bad. Another one I would say is arguably a throwaway is Fried. Due to how underwhelming it was, could be an Anthony Fantano take here, but I thought it was pretty underwhelming compared to the rest of the album. Especially just coming off that one with fucking Kodak Black, Playboi Carti, Don Toliver. How are you gonna go to that from that? That's just my opinion. And I also think it fell short because it had a similar chant sample to Carnival because of how overplayed it was and, you know, the TikTok Riz party. Shout out to the TikTok Riz party. I was there. And I don't even know why he would use a similar sample. What the hell, Kanye?
Neighbors know this shit get out of hand, but they smile.
This song I like, but I can understand how many people would say that it's bad. I really enjoy the sound of it, and I think this one's a nice little break. I just don't know why he needed to sing it again at the end of Lifestyle. I think we all heard it, but I would also like to mention the mix on this album was horrific. The mix of this album was low-key not good. It's unfair for us as listeners because, like, bro, you have like $1 bajillion. You couldn't just send this to an engineer that was going to make it sound okay? Like, what's going on here?
I don't want to listen to it anymore! No more! No more!
Any song that wasn't mentioned is a W. And one of the things I would like to say is I did like the way that Ty's vocals were mixed in this one because, you know, in Vultures 1, they kind of felt like there were knives in my ears. Like, it's a lot better in on this album. It's like hella smooth compared to knife and sharp sounds in my ear. And I would also like to say that Kanye has underutilized 070 Shake for the second time. Like, she did good on Ghost Town, but like, man, how he made that mistake twice, I will never know. I'm gonna be crucified for this one. In my humble opinion, Vultures 1 is one of Kanye's best albums. It's up there with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Late Registration, Graduation. Is it over for me? Is it over for me? The production and overall boundary pushing sound that this album has is just, it's the reason that people dislike it. The influence from people like JPEGMAFIA is very apparent on Vultures 1 and maybe 2. There's many sounds on Vultures 1 that we're used to, like the track Stars and Beg Forgiveness. The choir vocals give somewhat nostalgic feel. Old Kanye, choir singer. While the sampling on tracks like Fuck Some with the Memphis rap sample is something new and experimental. The types of drums used on many of the songs also are nothing like we've ever heard from Kanye. They're dark and sound like the end of something. Does that make sense? Just listen to the drums on Hood Rat and King. That's what I mean. Like, it sounds like it's the end of something. You can definitely hear JPEGMAFIA like on this album. I don't know how much he did on it, but I know he did produce. I know he did some production, but he's just the GOAT. Everyone go listen to the new JPEGMAFIA album right now. It's album of the year. Thanks, gang. appreciate all the support. And even the not support, because I said the Vultures one is one of the best albums.
Yeah, I know I got scuffles ahead of me. When I speak in my mind, it's unsettling. I know